Single mom cries when her car gets vandalized while peacefully protesting. Then man hands her a check. If you turn your television on to any news channel, you'll either hear about the protesting and riots or see live coverage of them. It's incredibly sad that a relatively small group of people makes it appear as if everyone's bad. The truth is that most people showing support for George Floyd and his family are doing so peacefully. Yes, they're standing up for what's right, but they're being respectful about it. Sadly, even some of those individuals find themselves in the crosshairs of the hoodlums trying to destroy cities. Some of the peaceful protesters include single moms. Although they're already tapped out, short on time, and often living on limited funds, they too want to lend their support for positive change. So when they become the target for rioters, it hits especially hard. Like a lot of other single mothers, Michelle decided to march with a group of protesters who weren't doing anything wrong or bad. But while heading to her car after marching, she made a horrific discovery. As Michelle turned the corner, she couldn't believe what she saw. There was her car, destroyed. It hadn't just been vandalized, but severely damaged. The windows were busted out, doors kicked in, and the interior ransacked beyond recognition. Remember, Michelle's a single mom. So how on earth would she come up with the money needed to fix her car when she barely had enough to survive on? All she could do was cry. She stood there looking at her vehicle with tears streaming down her face. We don't know if Michelle believed in angels before this event, but we're pretty sure she does now. As she stood on J Street that fateful Sunday night, something unexpected happened. But this time it was good. A black man she'd never met before approached her and, without hesitation, held her while she broke down. His name was Barry Ackius, and he's a community organizer. He, like others, is saddened about the current events, especially as they stretch into his neighborhood. Seeing Michelle in front of her damaged car broke her heart. As Barry learned more about Michelle, sitting back and doing nothing just wasn't an option. So he arranged for her to meet him the following day. That's when she received the biggest surprise of all. Along with more hugs, this amazing man gifted her with a sizable check, enough to get her car repaired. Instead of crying tears caused by violence and disrespect this time, Michelle cried because she was so appreciative of what the stranger did for her. She too is a black woman, so to have her vehicle targeted by thugs tore at her soul. After the story went viral, it spread across multiple news stations. During one interview, Barry shared some important words. In spite of all this, humanity is going to prevail. It's that kind of positive attitude that'll help bring the changes needed. What started out as one of the worst days Michelle had ever experienced quickly turned into a blessing. This story is a perfect example of doing things the right way. Protest, but be peaceful and respectful. When you see someone in need, step up to provide assistance. Michelle has a message to the rioters by saying, I just want to tell these kids to stop breaking stuff that does not pertain to what's going on. She's 100% right. The destruction isn't about honoring a man who was senselessly murdered. Rather than help the cause, the rioting's hurting it. To hear more from Barry and Michelle, we invite you to watch the video. Please share this with your friends and family.